Hello, you beautiful members. We're still working on this lovely project. There's this time, and I'll be finishing it on the next one for December. So hopefully I can get it out to the person by the end of December. That would be a lovely extra little Christmas gift to be giving one of these, giving this away. So it is called Happy Garden Spring Quilt, but I've made obviously my own choices for my color my fabric choices. I made sure to label them because they were so different from what I have going on in the pattern here. So we're gonna assemble one section of the blocks that we have made. Now, the blocks that we're going to concentrate on here are 2, 6, 4, 3, and 1. 1 and 6 are at the top and the bottom, and then it just goes like 2, 3, 5, 4, 2, 3, 5, 4, 2, 3, 5, 4, and then that whole side is put together. So I have one done already. Happy to show you what it looks like. And then we have to do a strip of white with some other little blocks, but I have that over there. So this is what one looks like right now. We have to build 4 of these, okay? And you can really start to see the transition and the colors come together. I'm loving it, and I hope you guys are too. I was like, wow, as soon as I got this row done, I'm like, whoa, I can't wait to get the second one done. So let's do it as a film, and then I can do the other 2 off screen or almost finish them, and then be able to put them all together and draw the winner for next show, for next episode on this, all right? So, woot! And that means we get to start a new project. You know me. Yeah, so that is very exciting. And then we have this other strip here. We only need to make 2 of these. And yeah, very nice. Very nice. Long and long. All right, so here we go. I have it laid out as my 6, my 2, my 4, and 5, and so on and so forth. Working my way up from the bottom of that strip to the top just because it was laid out here. And I've got my own little pin cushion. So let's just plug away as we sew all these little strip sets together, or the little units to make blocks. Then the blocks are now becoming the quilt. So is that neat? And then as you see as I'm adding block by block how the transition of color is going across. And that also is a good indication whether you've made a mistake or not, because I did on my block 4, this lovely block right here. Is that it? No, that's sorry. Where's block 4? There we go, block 4. I ended up doing the same for block 4 and block 3. The same layout for some particular reason. I don't know whether I just jumped the gun or I misread it when I was putting the units together to make the blocks. So I had to take all those apart. So it was just this seam and this seam because this needed to be flipped, that needed to be flipped, and this needed to be flipped. Because you have to have that transition from top to bottom. So, you know. It doesn't work if you don't got it. All right, so here we go. Let's get pinning. And I just love the colors, I hope you guys too, and I can't wait to figure out, or wait to see, who wins. It's like the drum roll, because next time you'll be knowing if you won this beautiful quilt. I'm so excited. It's my favorite things, to give stuff away. Make them and give it away. And such a lovely little collection of fabrics too, right? You know, and hopefully someone likes green because there's at least 2 shades of green in there. Now I can just pin or sew. I think I'll pin a couple and then sew on a couple, making sure still that I'm having that beautiful, lovely color transition going from section to section. Okay. It is a gorgeous day here today. Absolutely stunner for the beginning of November. Very rare do I ever get to wear my crossing guard vest in the beginning of November. So, and I was today, and I probably will be tomorrow. So I'm very excited. All right, now let's put this one here. So do 4 blocks together, but 4 rows. I mean, three sections to sew. Okay, and one more pin. There we go, just enough. And of course, we're wiggling and woggling those seams to make sure they get right up next to each other, okay? They're getting right seam on seam. Okay, so let's sew those 3 ones right there. This one, and this one. Okay, so start over here. Okay, oh, we're so done almost. Okay, that's that one. See if we have enough to get to the end of this. So we're playing Bob and Chicken at this point. Playing Bob and Chicken. Oh, just doesn't look like there's any thread on that bobbin anymore. Okay. All those. Oh, just a tiny bit. Okay, let's unravel that. Load the bobbin as we're pinning the next little section together. There we go. Perfect. Okay. That. And of course, we press after. Just press all the little sections afterwards. Just easiest for me anyways, but I mean, if you want to press in between, just think it's easier just to get the whole row together and then press after. Okay. Again, making sure we're still keeping in that transition of square to square. That means the spool is empty, but the bobbin is full. It's a good thing I have another spool. Do this one. Again, making sure we're still keeping consistent. Oh, no, I guess we can't. We can only do those 3. We're out of pins. All right, let's find. I could see doing this in as a scrap buster, like a stash buster of your own, your own collection, right? You could adapt the pattern to having just this one little wave. You don't have to do this, so it looks like the X's or something. You can adapt, right? It's like just a different sort of Irish chain. But I like that, 2.5 inch squares or 2.5 inch strips, like make it jelly roll friendly. But sometimes you don't always get the same colors or as many colors as you need in that jelly roll to make that sort of transition. I guess less maybe it's color variation from down and around. So sorry about that. Sorry about that. Just a few more. It's so much easier once I had it all organized for the second row. The first row was like, especially once I realized my mistake, or before I realized my mistake, I was like, wait a second here. What did I do? What did I do wrong? Okay, make sure I don't have this the wrong way around. No, I don't. Okay. Oh, here's this one. Oops. There. Yeah, I sat here. I was trying to put it together, and I'm like, "What is going on here? I did something wrong." And it was like, "Okay, well, what?" Then to pinpoint what I did wrong and figure out how I messed it up. Well, I don't know how I messed it up. Clearly, I made, I think you needed 12. I made 24 of the same instead of I was flipping and flopping the colors. So, but easy mistake. So I'm not too concerned. An easy fix too, all the few humming bars of the Seam Ripper song, and off I went. I still have a couple more to do, but I made sure enough for this project was definitely available and done up. So I think I got 6 more to do, because we need to make 4 of these strips. And I think once they get together, when you see them at the beginning of December, they're going to look amazing. It's going to look so beautiful. So beautiful. Everybody. Okay. Let's just make sure we're still keeping within our colors. And the transition is what we're looking for. And everything seems to be still in the right place. Okay, cool. Good. Right, put little Miss Minnie back where she belongs. Squish her under here. It's my little helper. I feel like Cinderella a little bit with my little helper. And I think once you make it, sorry, from the units into the block sections, because you're making so many units of this and so many units of that, and then those units become so many blocks of this and so many blocks of that, that's when you really start to see it come together. And your color choices, whether, hopefully they were wise, see how they turn out. Okay, oh, one more. Ooh. Sorry. Alright, a few more to add on. Sorry. Hopefully Munchkin can read some of that coughing. I said to Pop the other day, I thought it felt like I was coming down with something. Some of this, I think, is all that's is in this quilt. Like, I don't think I have much left of that orange polka dot one. I don't think much left at all. I really like that blue with the dots though. These colors right here, that's awesome. It's one of my favorite fabrics. I like polka dots. I didn't realize I like polka dots until, you know, you like polka dots. Or you realize you like polka dots. Okay, all right, let's get those all sewn. Try to make sure we're not overlapping and got, you know, other materials underneath there that we shouldn't be having underneath there. And then I just got 2 more seams, I think. And I want to make sure I have all 4 of them done first before I sew anything together, because I want to make sure everything's all right. Because I still have more sections to deal with in here. There's still other units and blocks, units to make into blocks. So I'm assuming that's the other half of this transition of colors. So I'll work on those definitely, and we'll be finishing this whole quilt on the next video for December. I'm very excited. It's been very fun putting this together so far. Okay. Right, make sure we're still good. Yep. Okay. These last little bits. Like I said, I'm trying to snug those seams so I want them to really line up the best I can. You know, sometimes, you know, it just doesn't want to work for you, or just some things are stubborn or what have you. Fabric has its own mind. Fabric wants to do what it wants to do. We just have to try and listen and obey. Okay, all right, last 2 to make this beautiful long row. I like it that we're making them in big long rows though. I have to say that. I like that. Like this way. Vertical instead of horizontal. I'm so used to building stuff horizontally, right? And of course, there'll be lots of seams to match up, of course, as we're going up that whole transition, right? Especially because we have those big gaps of white that are just big strips, and we have to make sure where those seams need to line up, they line up. We can't have them, you know, coming in the middle of one of the white sections or something like that. So that's not going to give it that look that we're hoping for. All right, I think that was our last piece. There we go. Awesome. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. So what does this end up being? I think there definitely is a border. And actually, I'll show you that border fabric because I know we've got new people that are members have just signed up. So I want to, show them. So we're already at 80, so it's a good size. I forget what it was. 82 by 98. Like, that's huge. That is a huge, huge quilt. Massive. And of course, the winner gets to decide on how it gets quilted, what sort of thread we're going to use, what sort of batting they want, 80/20, poly, of course, backing choices, wide back. You know, I've got a few wide backs here we can choose from. That looks good. I don't think I've made any mistakes. I'll look after. Okay, so I got 2 more of those to make, and then of course to figure out what our other units are going to make. So here is some of the big chunk of border fabric, and of course this was directional, and I did cut it directional, so whatever goes straight across and then strips down, so it should look absolutely stunning in the end. And look at all those beautiful colors popping in here. Look at that! Look at that little birdie against there. So cute. Those colors just jump, jump, jump. All right, we'll see you at the beginning of December for this project, and we'll be announcing the winner then. So big hugs. We'll see you soon. Thank you very much for your support here for us at the Mom and Pop Quilt Shop. We can't thank you enough. Big hugs to you.